Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel, Body Mind Healing. My name is Maria Sanchez. I am a holistic health consultant, a family nurse practitioner, a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner, and a doctor in nursing practice. The case for today is developing self love. Self love is the ability to accept ourselves unconditionally, respect ourselves, consider ourselves, care for ourselves, value ourselves, etc. This love comes from within, and we can only establish an authentic connection with others when we first cultivate it within ourselves. Self love is related to self esteem and is fundamental to our physical, mental, and emotional health. It is also intrinsically related to a sense of belonging. In other words, it is not something external that is earned, nor does it have value because we are absolutely valuable by nature. The feeling of love in general is not something material or something that can be perceived with the five senses. It is an energy experienced from the depths of our being, where our authentic identity, which is love, lives. Love is faith, kindness, patience, tolerance, compassion, gentleness, peace, acceptance, joy, connection. Love is the opposite of fear, which manifests as anger, pain, illness, selfishness, violence, criticism, etc. Because everything that is not love is fear. Unfortunately, some of us have allowed ourselves to be absorbed by the polarized system and have forgotten of our true nature, which is love. And this indifference or forgetfulness not only make us feel rejected and forgotten, but it's also the main cause of our misfortunes, illnesses, pain, and suffering. To develop self-love and to be able to love ourselves authentically, we need to identify the unconscious memories, energies, beliefs, and patterns that prevent us from recognizing and appreciating our true essence. Healing occurs when we heal the way we perceive ourselves. That is, what we think, say, and feel about ourselves. Healing occurs when we are congruent with the way we feel, speak, and think about ourselves. Many of our automatic thoughts are guided by unconscious beliefs that interact without us noticing. When we pay attention to them and make them conscious, we illuminate what has been hidden in our subconscious, and that is where we begin our process of healing and transformation. Our beliefs have great power over us. These are deeply rooted thought patterns, many of which developed during our childhood between ages 0 and 7. These beliefs influence how we think, feel, decide, act, and experience life. They are linked to specific emotions, and over time, we tend to become dependent on those emotions. The result of this behavior is the constant repetition of these mental patterns, which keeps us from forming a loving perception of ourselves and others. A fundamental tool to begin our shift towards self-love is to observe ourselves with acceptance and without judgment. We can even ask ourselves, how is my life currently? How am I feeling physically, mentally, and emotionally? How is my relationship with myself? How is my relationship with my partner? How is my relationship with others? How am I doing at work or financially? Some behaviors may also reflect a disconnection from ourself, our lack of self-love, including self-criticism, abuse of our body through diet, toxic substances, and harmful habits, beliefs that we are not worthy of love, respect, and even financial prosperity, the tendency to undervalue our services, self-rejection, which ultimately manifests itself through autoimmune diseases, postponing beneficial activities, the habit of living in chaos, disorder, criticism, and envy, socializing with toxic people, nurturing emotional wounds from childhood, such as guilt, shame, disrespect, betrayal, lack of affection, settling for less, and not taking responsibility for these emotions to heal them. And how do we know we have emotional wounds? Because every painful experience, every acrimonious relationship, every illness, every interaction that doesn't flow, every type of pain and suffering is a signal that life uses to reveal it to us. But we can also get ahead of it and prevent life from showing it to us, as it often does with rather difficult trials or challenges. We can observe the patterns that repeat themselves in our lives, detect the difficult emotions that usually surface, perform self-observation exercises, practicing honesty and courage to avoid deceiving ourselves and move forward in the process. Asking ourselves the why and what for leads us to a root of the problem and its learning. We also have to be careful not to get stuck in those limiting beliefs of obligations such as I must or I have to. I must be productive all the time. I must help my children. I must support my parents financially. I shouldn't trust anyone. I have to suffer because everyone else suffers. I have to feel guilty. I must rescue others, etc. As mentioned above, when undertaking the path of self-love, it is essential to accept ourselves as we are, to accept both our light and our shadow, all those parts of ourselves that we are uncomfortable with and tend to hide, repress, or reject. Fully accepting and integrating ourselves without judgment leads us to develop a deeper, more genuine, and more authentic state of self-love. The process of learning to love ourselves is a profound and intense journey, but at the same time, a beautiful, empowering, and sacred one. A journey of rediscovery and acceptance. By recognizing our limiting beliefs, integrating our shadows, and changing our perceptions of ourselves and the world around us, we can transcend duality, pierce the veils of oblivion, and rediscover our true essence, which is love. Pure and divine love. May the light of truth and supreme consciousness illuminate us and love transform us. Until next time.